Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you watched the previous episode of the Lakehouse Build series, you would have seen us closing in the roof. If you haven't seen that episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the playlist to find it. In this episode, we installed the fiberglass columns for the front porch and set all of the LVL beams that tie the columns together and will provide the necessary support for the roof trusses. With the column locations measured out and a chalk line snapped, it was time to determine the height of the columns, and so I set up the laser level on the wall and we'll use that to project a line on each column. Couple of quick checks with the measuring tape to confirm that the laser is projecting at the right height. With the column positioned in the right location, I check for level in both directions to ensure we have it nice and plumb. I can then mark the post where the laser level is projected onto it and then cut the post to the required length. With the post cut to length and put back in the correct location, it was time to secure it to the concrete. This is done with some metal L brackets that use a self-tapping screw to attach the bracket to the column and then Tapcon into the concrete. With the column set, we could move on to attaching the metal bracket that will support the double LVL that will go from the column over to this section of the three-season porch. It starts with removing the zip sheathing in this area, so the metal bracket will attach to the triple LVL that spans the opening for the three-season porch.
working now?
No, it's working.
With the bracket installed, it was now time to measure for the length of the LVL that we need to install here.
Yeah, on the outside there, yeah.
Inside,
Okay,
outside.
at the bottom.
Pull it taut.
Yeah.
With the two pieces cut to length, we then had to run them on the table saw to ensure they were 11 7/8 in width. Unfortunately, we have had some of the LVLs as wide as 12 1/4 inches, so we need to rip them all down to ensure they are consistent.
Yep. That's the way the saw's set up. Okay, put it down. There we go, 11 7/8. Perfect. Job well done. It's not done yet though. Let me put some nails in to hold it here.
I only mildly got hurt.
All out of nails.
I put some nails in to hold them together and follow it up with some screws for good measure. It's time to move on to the second column, and it all starts by lining it up on the layout marks and then verifying it is level and plumb. We find this one needs some adjustments, so I scribe the bottom and then use a grinder to sand to the pencil line.
How do you even see out of these?
Get used to it.
Where's the X? Yeah. 89.40. What was it before?
90. Oh, what was it before? Oh, I don't know.
Like that's 90 there. Look how much he's got a.
Green thing.
With the column level and marked for height using the laser, we could now cut it to the proper length.
No, I'm good, thanks. Okay, you gotta get the other side, but is it gonna hit the bracket? Slide it over this way a bit.
You're good.
Where's my mask go?
On the ground, right in front of you.
With the second column tapcon to the concrete, we could move on to cutting the two LVLs to length, ripping them both down to the proper width on the table saw, and finally lifting them up onto the columns and securing them into place. It was time to move on to another post. This one will carry a double LVL that runs back to the house and will get supported with a couple of 2x6s on the inside of the zip sheathing. I trimmed the bottom to ensure it sits flat on the concrete and the post is level in both directions. I bought a concrete bit for the grinder, and it makes quick work of knocking down any high spots in order for the post to sit flat. Here I am cutting out a couple of 2x6 studs so that I can install a double 2x6 that will support this end of the double LVL beam. The LVL cut to length and a notch put in to slide it under the double top plate, it was time to see if it would fit. With it fitting, I could cut the 2x6s that would go under the LVLs and support them.
Oh, that's a big sliver. That's why you wear gloves, you yahoo. Ew.
Okay, if you want the real speed. Okay, you ready? You got it?
Well,
what?
why not just cut some of that out so it's not so difficult?
It should be fine. Okay, ready? I'm gonna put my side in first, so you keep yours out a bit, and we're gonna shove it in, and then we'll get your side on.
Yeah, or you could just cut a bit more out.
Okay,
It'll be easier.
you ready? Okay, push.
Whoa.
There you go. Okay.
Try not to push those.
Yeah, but it's got to come out, right? The top's got to come out flush with the here, right?
Okay, give me a
so
sec.
you got the post
Give me
tilting.
a sec.
Okay. All I'm saying is you just got to pull your end out. There you go.
All you have to do is give me a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just need the clamps.
Yeah, like.
With the second post installed back behind Catherine, along with the metal bracket above, we could set this long LVL in place. I grab a scrap of 2x6 and set some screws in it, and it will tie the new LVL with the one already set.
think I need you to hold it.
I know.
Yeah, you got it? Good. Your fingers. Okay, move your hand.
Yeah, bring
Just
it
take your
down.
hand out of the way. Lock it all into place.
The LVLs are not flush with each other, so I use a scrap block and a clamp to bring them in line. I also use a couple of C-clamps to bring the two LVLs together and nail it off, and then follow it up with some GRK screws.
All right, let's walk through quickly what we did today. So we've got the bracket. You can see there, I'm missing a couple of nails. I ran out of the strips of nails for the positive placement nailer, but we got all these nails in. You can see, so this triple LVL that we've got here, so it carries the load for this double LVL that goes and sits on the post, and this will eventually carry the roof trusses for the front porch here. So we set this post, we set the laser up, shot the laser right to the mark, so that post is dead level. We've checked it a few times, make sure that it's level and plumb in both directions. Then we set this other double LVL on top of the second post here, and so we Tapconned it into the concrete. These are the fiberglass structural columns. They're 8x8, and then this is just almost 9 feet tall. So we had to buy 10 footers and cut them down slightly. And then we just finished installing this long 16-foot double LVL. And again, it half of it sits on this post here, and then the other end we put the brackets up so you can see. But that bracket, for some reason, it wasn't the correct dimensions for these LVLs, so I had to trim that LVL down slightly. I just used the saw, set the blade depth, and ran the saw over it a bunch of times, and then used the chisel to clean it up. And then now you can see that that bracket sits there nicely. I still have to put the nails in some of them, but at least the bracket is there. And so then we set these other two posts. So it's a bit of a jog because the front section bumps out beyond here, so that's why this additional post here. And then we still have to set this final post right where this wood is now, so you can see the temporary wood post. So we'll have to take that out and cut the last fiberglass column, put it across there, and then there will be another double LVL that connects these two posts together, and that's the gap at the top here, so you can see there. So we'll connect the double LVL that goes across the front. So we'll do that next time. We also set this other one, this other beam, and so I cut the zip sheathing back. We slid the LVL beam inside there, and so then if we go inside the front door here, So you can see I put, probably won't pick up because of the brightness, but I put a double 2x6 there, and so it's supporting that double LVL that we brought in. So it's carrying the structure all the way down to the footing. So there. So that's that. And so then we'll be able to set the well, there you can see the trusses down there by Bob. So those trusses then go up across here and they carry across, and so then this will be a covered front porch. And so pretty big. It's more than 8 feet from the wall out to the finished concrete, and then in total this is this beam was 16 feet, and then this one was another 8 feet, so it's more than 24 feet across. And then we've got the front porch part right by the front door there, so that's a little extra. And so basically it ties the front porch, or the front door. So this is where the front door will be. So it basically this porch ties the front door, and then you can walk all along the concrete here. It'll all be covered, and then it goes into the 3-season porch. So there'll be a door here, and then all of this will be screened in with windows, so you'll be able to go from the front door to the screened in porch all covered.
This is where I'm going to end this episode. Come back and check out the next one as we continue the Lakehouse Build series. Please drop a comment below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.